Most people watch the Super Bowl halftime show thinking that it was about culture, it was about music, unity. Some people thought it was about being supportive of our Spanish-speaking neighbors in Puerto Rico, which I'm Puerto Rican. And every single one of the people who thought those things missed it. The conversation isn't about whether or not we are pro-Puerto Rico, pro-Puerto Rican, pro-Latino, pro-Hispanic, anti-white, anti-immigration. You know, there are so many, and it's unfortunate, so many useful idiots in our country. People who are just consumers. And as long as they have their entertainment, they are happy as a pig in poop. There's a part of the brain, the frontal cortex, that is in charge of critical thinking, but it also regulates emotion. What's interesting is we look at our world today, we look at our nation, and most people, it seems, the loudest ones for sure, have the part of their frontal cortex shut off that's in charge of critical thinking. And what is in overdrive is the emotion. We see this in our politics, we see it in our music, we see it in Hollywood, we see it in our churches, pastors and preachers and worship leaders, and even everyday lay people, all caught up with emotion. So when people like me point out that Bad Bunny was not a good pick to entertain us for the Super Bowl, so many people had problems with that. You know, watch this video, it's about 9 minutes long, and most people are so asleep because they don't do their own research and their own homework. They didn't do that when they were in school. That's why, at best, maybe most people have a high school education and maybe they barely even pass that. There's a laziness and a distractibility that most Americans have. They've had it since elementary school, and as adults, they continue that same pattern. No research, no homework, no critical thinking. And so what people fail to realize is that Jay-Z, since 2019, is in charge of the halftime entertainment. Every show since then has had some kind of message that was pushing an agenda, and the world is just eating it up. Just like most Americans consume McDonald's. No thought as to whether or not it's healthy, what it's doing to their bodies. No discipline, just eat, eat, eat. Consumers. Jay-Z is very good friends or connected to Marina Abramovich, who is an artist, a performer. This woman was connected to the Clintons, Epstein, many other people who are involved with child sacrifice, spirit cooking, as you'll see in this video, conjuring of demons, spells. And so Who does Jay-Z bring on? Lady Gaga, who also is very well connected with Miss Abramovich. And also who was participating was Ricky Martin. When you look at the colors of the Super Bowl logo, all soft pastel type colors. And where was the Super Bowl? San Francisco. All of it. All of it. Look at the agenda. Look at the dancers grinding on each other. Girls twerking their behinds on men. Men grinding with men. It's all right there. Brainwashing, and you don't even know it. Most Americans, just like they consume fast food, not even thinking about the slop that they're eating, consume the slop of entertainment. You know, when you look at a nation like Rome, an empire that was in decline before it completely collapsed, they decided to entertain the people with what was known as bread and circus. Just entertain the people, keep them distracted so they won't know that the empire had overstretched its boundaries. It had been poorly managed, and there was infighting, and the immorality, the corruption had taken its toll, and the very foundation of the empire was falling down, was collapsing. But yet the people got their daily bread, their daily dose of entertainment, and for that they were grateful. Remember, a people that never question anything are a people who are easily dominated. Take a look at this video. And this is just a small portion of what I could have put together. But just enough to let you know that not everything that we see or that's given to us is what it seems to be. You gotta look deeper. Check it out.
What's we do now? Sorry.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
He just stand. We let him stand.
Довольно готова. Машинетка. Слушай,